going on, One Pride family? It's your boy King, man. I got a very, very special video for y'all today. This video is going to be long, so if you're going to watch this video, make sure you have the time available to watch it, because I'm going to talk about a few topics. I'll talk about last night. I'm going to talk about, the Falcons. Pretty much going to put the preview for the next game in this video. I had a lot of time to, watch the game in detail at work last night. So I want to definitely talk about the game, and I'm going to start out with that. First and foremost, the respect around the league, you could expect that. You already knew that was coming. Man, if you could see how they were just acting on Good Morning Football on the NFL Network, you wouldn't believe they talking about the Lions like that, man. These guys seemed like they was more excited than some of the fan base. But John Gruden, super high praise, man. He even said that the Lions are a contender. And I'm gonna get into that later. Detroit Lions, New York Giants. Don't want to go into too much of what I said last video. I just want to talk about a few things that I didn't talk about. One thing is, Matt Prater, you getting some praise from me. You are the motherfucking shit. A lot of people don't say shit about Matt Prater. Matt Prater is the motherfucking man. His little chubby ass be kicking the fuck out of that football. You definitely get praise from me. And the punter that we picked up, he did a good job last night. So that's also good news. Until we can get Martin. So, that's encouraging to see. I didn't really expand on the Jarrad Davis situation. So he's officially right now in the concussion protocol. He declined himself interviews last night because he knew that was the only topic that they would talk about. But with that being said, will he play against the Falcons? We have to wait and see. If it is a concussion and if it's severe, obviously not. If it's not a concussion, obviously he will play. If it's minor, maybe it'll take a couple of days or a day or two. It's an iffy thing with these concussions. So, but he's under protocol right now, so I'll be looking for an update sometime later today. Of course, the Lions got a short week this week, so I'll definitely be looking forward to hearing something. With that being said, I want to get to another thing. Matthew Stafford. We give the team a lot of praise. We always talking about the defense, this, and that. The emergence of Matthew Stafford, it has been continuous. This game, Matthew Stafford only threw 122 yards, but he threw the perfect game. Matthew Stafford had, to me, a perfect game. He made every necessary pass and every necessary play in order for the Lions to win this game as easily as they should have won this game. Because one thing that a lot of people don't want to just accept, the Lions were just better as a team on every level than the New York Giants. It wasn't what was wrong with the Giants. The Lions, we just seen what the defense did with the Cardinals. The Lions, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. They were the better team, flat out. Matthew Stafford made the correct plays, and he made enough plays. Of course, you can expect them to probably throw for about a good 300 against the Falcons, because it's a whole total different ball game. But playing on the road in New York, Monday Night Football, season opener for the Giants, he did exactly what you need to do going out on the road and pulling out a victory. That's that easy. So definitely commend his effort last night, man. And, him being cerebral the way that he was and leading that team. And also, Jarrad Davis with another game leading that defense. He's the one that makes the play call. So he did an excellent job last night. And that momentum carried on for the rest of the game. Of course, because you got veterans. on that team, of course. So, um, Tavon Wilson, I'm not sure about his shoulder injury. If it is significant enough to keep him out for some time, I'm not sure. Um, what else? It was. I think that's pretty much it as far as that type of news. Um, Now the officiating. That's another thing that I really didn't get to talk about that much. Officiating was horrible. Yeah, I did mention that, but the offensive holding calls. Now I give it. Greg Robertson did commit offensive holding. I think it was either the first or the second time. Um, and of course he had a false start. But all the rest of those fucking offensive holdings, I did not see it. I went back and watched the game again last night. I did not see, especially the TJ Lane holding call. So I don't know if they was trying to establish something, because sometimes referees do that. Like, look, this is what we're gonna call this game. They'll do that. I'm not gonna say they tried to cheat the Lions. It do look like they was trying to help New York, but it is what it is. It wasn't enough anyway. OBJ, some of the fan base is trying to say he wasn't healthy. That's bullshit. He was warming up just fine. He had his visor on, said Savage on his visor. He was out there clowning, taking pictures, doing the normal things, but all of a sudden, because the Lions defense, not OBJ being slow or anything else, their defense shut him the fuck down. If you go back and watch the film, the Lions were doubling his motherfucking ass. They were doubling him. They were loading up back there in the secondary to make sure it was no big plays brought out from OBJ. Because I guarantee if he would have had the opportunity, he would have burnt the damn Lions like a match. So I don't want to hear the excuses about OBJ wasn't healthy. And you kiss my ass with that. I thought he was healthy last game, but I felt like he was holding out because of that contract. So that's that. A lot of people were saying Jim Caldwell's too conservative. That's just the panic. I told y'all about that already. But it was also panic on the other side. I heard it was not some good things said in the locker room on the Giants end. And at the end of the game, McAdoo goes out and he throws his quarterback up under the bus. He flat out blatantly said that Eli Manning is a veteran and they expect him to be able to hike the ball before the delay of game because of his miscue of not calling timeout himself. But the way he was saying it was straight up shiesty. And you can expect McAdoo's job to be on the line because, of course the Giants organization know that they don't have enough on offense right now. But when you stirring up stuff like that with the leader of the team, yeah, you might lose your job, man. McAdoo was he was scandalous for the way he did that. Y'all need to check that out, man. So, as far as that game goes, man, that's a wrap. Now, I want to tie that into what I'm about to talk about now, which is the Falcons. The NFC Championship game is about to be previewed this next game. The NFC Championship, which is partially a prediction for me, is about to be previewed because, Carolina, they don't have enough right now. They just lost a big-time player on their offense. Green Bay has too many issues. The Bears are, come on. The Vikings, Sam Bradford, you don't know what's going on with his knee. If it's going to hold up all season. But they still, to me, don't have enough. I feel like you're about to watch the preview of the NFC Championship game. And it's about to be a firefight. This game right here, I am expecting to be gunslinging on both ends. Because you got two quarterbacks that have a similar type of gunslinging mentality. They when they have to throw up them numbers, they will put them the fuck up. And of course, that's what Atlanta does. So I expect Matthew Stafford to match that. And I think it's going to be a pretty exciting game. It's here at our house. That's a plus. It'll look like we should be 100% healthy. We just got the question mark with Jarrad Davis. So Definitely need him back though. But this is a preview, man. I feel like this right here is a preview of the NFC Championship. Um, so, man, this is definitely going to be talked about all week. And man, they're not going to shut up about the Lions for a couple of days. But this game here is going to be the one. Everybody will analyze and tell you what they think of the Lions after this game. If the Lions go and pull out a victory at home against the Falcons, everybody in the NFL probably will be on alert. Well, not probably, they will be on alert. You can't make more noise than that. You know, a Super Bowl contending team like the Falcons, you cannot make more noise than that. Nobody expected the defense to be where it's at. Nobody expected the Lions to be 2-0. A lot of people expected them to be 0-2 right now. So, this game is very, very important for the Detroit Lions. And, you know, Jim Caldwell said that they already been partially game planning for it. You know, even going into New York, they was already partially game planning for it because of the short week, which that's one thing that I don't like. We have a short week and then we got to go against the Falcons. It's going to be a tough game for us to win. But I feel like the Falcons have a stamina issue. For some reason, in the fourth quarter, they cannot hold on to big leads. And that's not good if you're going against Matthew Stafford. You kind of seen the last game. Even though they beat the Green Bay Packers pretty easily, they still allow Aaron Rodgers to get some late game touchdowns. And we all know what happened with the Super Bowl. So, you know, with that being said, it's I don't know, it's 50-50, man. I can't predict who's going to win this game. I would say I believe the Lions can win this game. I would love for them to win this game. But if we do lose a game this season, this probably will be one of the two. This one, Pittsburgh, are the two toughest games to me on the schedule. So we'll see. This is the big test. We already passed two tests as far as elite defenses. But this is the big test right here. I mean, we talk about somebody who just played in the Super Bowl last season. So it can't get no better than that, man. I don't know, man. Y'all got to, y'all got to support your team, man. You got to support your team. You got to lift your team up, man. You can't put that negative energy out there all the time. I know y'all be wanting to complain about, every little thing, man, because you're so used to what happened in the past. When your team finally start going in the right direction, you have to wake the fuck up out of it. You got to wake up out of the negativity constantly. Over the last 3 years, you could see the consistency and improvement with this team. Last year, we just had a disaster of a season because of injuries. I mean, shit, half of our team was on IR. So, and our quarterback fucks his finger up. So, you have to look at this season and say, hey, we definitely got a chance. And then with the run game, it will come. You have to understand, we still have new offensive linemen in front of our running backs. They have to have more games to glue and to gel. Obviously, they're good enough to keep Matthew Stafford from getting killed. Even they allow pressure sometimes, but they keep him from getting killed enough. And Matthew Stafford know how to maneuver, of course, but it's not shotgun all the time with Matthew Stafford and he got to throw the ball as soon as he say hike. It's not like that no more. But they're going to progress. They're going to get better. Taylor Decker, when he come back, man, that offensive line will be solid. But yeah, we still, I think we had 133 or 38 rushing yards. That's with Matthew Stafford, Theo Reddick, and Abdullah. Abdullah had 89 himself on 17 carries. So, you got to look at how Barry used to run the ball too. I'm not comparing him to Barry. Don't get it twisted, but I'm saying just because, he might have 1 yard here, -1 yard there, -1 yard here. Barry would do that. He would have 1 yard, -2, -5, but then bust a 68-yard run. So that's just how it is, you know what I'm saying, right now. And he managed to get 89 yards on 17 carries. It's not 100 yards. Everybody, the 100 is the magic number. It was good enough for me going against that defense. The run defense of the New York Giants you just went against. It was good enough for me. But yeah, our defense, man, they're young, hungry, fast. Ziggy Ansah, surpassed his last season's sack total already. Shit, just this game. And Zettel is the real fucking deal. He's definitely a real fucking deal. So is Jarrad Davis. Miles Killebrew is excellent back there. And Wilson is very excellent back there to me, personally. I like Wilson a lot. But Diggs, another solid game from Diggs today, man. Of course, Big Play Slay did his thing. So it's going to be a fucking fight against the Falcons, man. It's going to be a flat-out fight. And I'm definitely ready to watch that game because I don't have to be at work. I can be at home, man. So I'm definitely looking forward to that game, man. And definitely looking forward to what the media is going to say and what the fan base is going to be, saying pretty much going up into this game. So with that being said, I've done enough talking y'all head off. 16 minutes in. So it's your boy King, man. Just leave it in the comments. Smash that like button for your man if you do have a YouTube account. And I will definitely talk to y'all later. Peace.